But in the meantime, let's continue hearing from drivers. Let's hear from the man who was in the booth with us last year, Josh.
That's right. Carson, hocevar, a part of this race 2 years in a row. Last year in the booth, this year on track. So how do you compare the two so far?
Yeah, I'm glad to be driving for sure. I had fun calling it and like watching it and everything, but excited to be driving it. I wish our truck was better than it showed right there. We were really loose, but I think we can work on it. I didn't think we were great at Darlington. The last stage we were able to drive last to the front and have a shot to win that one. So I have no doubt that we can tune on it a little bit and get going here.
How much fun is it for you to get these opportunities in the Truck Series this year? You've been so close, runner-up, you've led laps, but haven't been able to get that win. I know you're itching for it. We know you always put yourself in position. How much do you want to get back in victory lane in this series?
Yeah, it's just always fun. I don't have to look at a lot of data or anything. I just go show up and like it's my game of golf basically. I just get to go have fun and enjoy the bad and the good, and if we make mistakes, just drive back through it, and I just get to just enjoy racing without really worrying about the end result as much. Just because obviously Sunday is super important. We're here even if our truck isn't great, or if I make a mistake, or I have a bad pit stop or whatever. It's trucks, you can get back to the front no problem, and that's been a lot of fun.
And you mentioned Sunday. You've got a rare Sunday off. What are you doing with your time this weekend?
I don't know. I gotta figure that out. Boss just texted me something about going to the Final Four maybe tomorrow or something, that he's going to Indy. So I don't know. I got plenty of options here.
It's got to be nice to have the option to maybe go to the Final Four, one of the biggest sporting events or not, Jamie.
Yes, my town is hopping this weekend. All the flights are sold out. Final Four going on there. So I'm sure he'll get to take in some basketball action. I like what he said. He said running in the Truck Series is like his golf game, Regan. And we know this kid doesn't do anything but race.
Yeah, and for all these drivers, right? This is mentioned an off weekend for the Cup Series. Carson chooses to come out here because this is what these guys love to do. They love to be in a vehicle. They love to be driving. Doesn't matter if it's the Craftsman Truck Series, the O'Reilly Series, what it is. I know a number of these guys. I think Caden Honeycutt's actually going to leave tomorrow and go run a late model race. And guys like Ty Majeski, who we talked to, I'm sure he's probably got plans to go race something late model-wise at some point. And it's a passion, Jamie. This is a passion for these guys, and it's cool to hear Carson talk right there and have that laid back kind of vibe, and you can hear it in his voice. And that's not what maybe with Carson you traditionally hear it on a Sunday interview, but you don't always hear that on a Sunday interview out of some of the Cup guys. So you can tell how much fun they're having.
They're more reflective. I love to see that.
And back in the day when we would do double duty, whether we would run the Busch Series, whatever it was at the time, in the Cup Series, it's amazing how there's just no pressure. It's so much more fun. I mean, obviously, when your day job is running that Cup Series, you jump in a Busch car or a truck back in the day, and it's just with no pressure. It's just so much more fun to do. It seemed like.
Yep.
There's a meeting of the minds right there. McAnally Hilgeman Racing. There's Corey LaJoy, or Corey Heim, I should say. Carson Hocevar, all just waiting it out, hoping that we get the green light to go qualify.
He's 10th in points after 4 races with that brand new Ram team. I think he's doing an outstanding job.
He really is.
Carson Hocevar, the Hurricane, as we like to call him. We heard him talking about his truck and that he was just too loose in practice, and looks like right now maybe just a little bit of wiggle there as he got through the middle of turns 1 and 2, but definitely looks like they've improved on what he was fighting with.
See how we can do down in 3
I spoke too soon. 3 and 4 did not. You saw that big wiggle up the track again for him.
They'll have to try to snug that thing up a little bit here for the race this afternoon.
Little too loose. Carson Hocevar 7th right now. So you see the seconds it's taking these drivers to get around this 1 mile racetrack.